Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. NPR reports on several key developments. The Department of Homeland Security has lifted its ban on reviewing asylum applications, although processing remains halted for 36 high-risk countries. This follows a previous pause implemented by the Trump administration in November 2025. In international news, NPR has confirmed that an Iranian strike on a Saudi Arabian airbase injured over a dozen U.S. service members and damaged two E-3 Sentry aircraft last Friday. This incident occurred amidst heightened U.S.-Iran tensions, with some ships now permitted through the Strait of Hormuz, despite ongoing military deployments and warnings from President Trump. Domestically, Transportation Security Administration, TSA officers, have begun receiving their first paychecks after more than 40 days of a partial government shutdown, but many are still awaiting full compensation, raising questions about the legality of the funds used. Al Jazeera reports that Ukrainian drones have struck Russia's Baltic seaport of Ust-Luga for the fifth time in 10 days, marking an escalation in Kyiv's attacks on Russia's vital oil export infrastructure. Regional Governor Alexander Drozdenko confirmed 3 people, including 2 children, were injured in the overnight attacks, and several buildings were damaged. The Ust-Luga complex, crucial for handling crude oil and oil products, has seen export operations suspended multiple times. These attacks come as Ukraine's air defenses successfully intercepted 267 out of 289 drones launched by Russia overnight. Simultaneously, EU foreign ministers, including top diplomat Kaja Kallas, visited Kyiv to commemorate the Bucha massacre and reaffirmed their unwavering support for Ukraine. Kallas emphasized the EU's commitment to holding Russia accountable for its war crimes. Ukraine faces challenges as peace talks are suspended due to the Middle East war, raising concerns about diverted weapon supplies, while a $90 billion EU loan is currently blocked by Hungary over oil transit disputes. According to a report from CNUNet, gas prices at U.S. pumps have urgently surged above $4 a gallon, marking the first time this threshold has been crossed since the summer of 2022. The increase is primarily attributed to the war in Iran, which has led to a significant escalation in global oil costs. This development, as reported by the Washington Post on Tuesday, March 31, 2026, highlights the direct impact of geopolitical conflicts on consumer prices in the United States. Motorists across the nation are now facing higher expenses at the pump as crude oil markets react to ongoing tensions and supply concerns stemming from the Middle East. The rise above the critical $4 mark is a stark indicator of the volatile energy market and its implications for the American economy and household budgets. Al Jazeera reports that Italy has denied the United States military the use of its air bases to launch attacks on Iran. According to Italian press reports, the Italian government has specifically refused to authorize U.S. bombers to land at a base in Sicily. These bombers were intended for transit to the Middle East, where they could potentially be used for strikes against Iran, highlighting Italy's reluctance to be directly involved in potential military actions against Iran. NHK reports that Thailand's fishing industry is facing a severe crisis due to a sharp surge in crude oil prices. More than half of the country's fishing vessels have been forced to suspend their operations, unable to cope with the escalating costs. In Samut Sakhon province, a major fishing port, fuel prices have more than doubled since February, rendering many fishing operations unprofitable. Consequently, over 100 of the 300 fishing boats in the area are currently docked. Mongkol Trilak, president of the Samut Sakhon Fisheries Association, expressed grave concern, stating, "The fuel prices now are the highest I've ever seen. Right now, we cannot see an end to the crisis." In response, the Thai government is urgently implementing measures, including supplying fishers with a blended fuel containing 20% palm oil at a reduced price to alleviate the financial burden. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.